XRP is one of the cryptocurrencies with the most positive sentiment on its account, according to the crypto market portal Sentiment. If the whole range of the market goes down in the same way, then each instrument determines how to continue to build up and grow. During this time, the crypto market went down by a lot, but it didn't hurt any assets. The first bank in Latin America to use Ripple Nets on demand liquidity was Otsil. Travelex Bank has announced that it is launching OTL in Brazil with Ripple, a company that offers blockchain and cryptocurrency solutions for businesses. Travelex is the first bank in Brazil that has been given permission by the Central Bank of Brazil to do only foreign exchange transactions. It does this through services like money transfers and international payments, ATMs, and card operations with multi-currency prepayment. Ripple's XRP users can use the OTL solution to move money quickly across borders with low settlement costs and without having to hold capital in the target market ahead of time. A fully digital asset that can be used to pay for things. Brazil is an important market for Ripple Pro Crypto stance because of how important it is as a business hub in Latin America. Government initiatives are also helping fintech grow in Brazil. In the meantime, institutions and people in Latin America are becoming more interested in cryptocurrency, which is making it more popular there. After getting clear answers from regulators about XRP, every month, Brazil gets more than $780 billion. Now that we know that Ripple wants to open a bank here and get listed on the stock exchange, we can move forward. We're allowed to. Brad Garland House, the CEO of Ripple, thinks that Brazil is an important market for Ripple because it is an important hub for business in Latin America and because it is open to cryptocurrencies and has a national initiative to promote fintech innovation. Because of this, there is a lot more going on in the market as companies try to use crypto and blockchain technology to solve customer problems. Since the beginning, Ripple has focused on making solutions that are useful. Brad is happy to work with an innovative partner like Travelex Bank to make money transfers easier for customers all over Brazil. As part of a proactive approach to regulating the cryptocurrency market, Brazil has passed laws to set up a framework that protects consumers and encourages innovation. At the same time, Latin American consumers are quickly accepting cryptocurrencies, and both institutional investment and consumer interest in cryptocurrencies are expected to skyrocket in 2022. Brazil gets more than $780 billion in payments every year, making it a good place for Ripple and its customers to do business. Thanks to cryptocurrency, they will be able to send money across borders more quickly and for less money. Travelex Bank offers services like international money transfers and payments, ATMs, and multi-currency to make it easier to get foreign currency. Its CEO and the mayor of Atlanta both gave the bank high marks. The bank is all digital and all about the customer. It is the first foreign exchange bank that is owned by a private company. The Central Bank of Brazil has approved and is in charge of it. Paying attention to EFX transactions. The bank uses technology to help people and businesses of all sizes and in many different fields get the best services. Many people in the XRP community were completely unprepared when the Coinbase court asked them to submit an amicus brief in support of Ripple Labs against the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission section. Some supporters of XRP thought that the largest cryptocurrency exchange in the U.S. might relist XRP after the change. After the SEC sued Ripple in December 2020, Coinbase and other crypto exchanges were forced to stop trading the coin in February 2019, according to an amicus brief. Coinbase added XRP to its site at first. Coinbase says that the commission's lawsuit had a domino effect that cut XRP's market capitalization by about $15 billion. This loss hurts XRP investors the most, and they should be reminded that they need to save their money for a business that is healthy at its core. If there is a definition of a business that has traction as a product market fit, and we're talking about a business that speeds up cross-border payment processing from 4 days to 4 minutes by using today's international financial infrastructure, then Ripple's model fits the bill. Even though support for the coin has grown recently, there is no guarantee that the exchange will list it. Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse says that Coinbase hasn't shown much support for XRP. We won't decide what to do until we see how the SEC case with Ripple plays out. As we've already said, Garland House thinks the court will decide in the first half of 2023. Garland House says that Ripple will only settle with the SEC if the SEC agrees that XRP is not a security. Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong had been mostly quiet about XRP developments for months until this week, when he sent a positive message to his nearly 190,000 Twitter followers. The Ripple lawsuit is going better than anyone thought it would. The SEC now knows that criticizing cryptocurrencies is bad for business and bad for politics. Armstrong wrote, "It's ironic that the people they are supposed to protect are the ones who are hurting them." Armstrong's tweet had a link to a bad story about how millions of small investors surprised the SEC by turning against it, the group that the SEC is supposed to protect. For years, the SEC has been criticized for giving different and sometimes confusing advice about Bitcoin assets. And it's a bad way to deal with the Ripple problem right now. As an amicus curiae supporting Ripple, Coinbase has joined US-based blockchain organizations in the lawsuit. But the exchange hasn't said anything about this altcoin revival plan yet. A relisting could help altcoins grow, since new listings change the prices of assets on Coinbase by a lot. Experts call this the Coinbase effect, which makes the coin available for sale again on Coinbase. The group of people who use XRP on Twitter has started several campaigns, but none of them have worked yet. Akash Gramath, a technical expert on FX Street, looked at the price trend of the altcoin XRP and predicted that it would go up. Grimoff predicts that the discount will go up by 55%. If buying pressure keeps up, Ripple will get closer to winning its legal battle with the US section. Most crypto ecosystems support blockchain operations, which is interesting. According to Brad Garland House, the CEO of Ripple, a number of crypto exchanges, companies, developers, and people who use cryptocurrencies have sent MCI documents. These memoirs have important details about the case that are worth knowing. But the court may pick friendly documents that it thinks are important. A lot of the summary that was sent in talks about how the regulator treated Ripple unfairly and what might happen to other digital currencies if the SEC wins. Attorney Jeremy Hogan says that who wins or loses in Ripple's lawsuit against the SEC will depend more on what happens in the next steps. Even though most of the case has already been decided, the court can still decide on some parts. Ripple Labs and 40 Labs are leading an $8 million investment round for a corporate air loan built on top of the XRP ledger. Forte Labs is the leader in the gaming industry when it comes to distributing irreplaceable tokens. A few months ago, it was reported that more than $100 million was put into crypto companies last week. Some startups were able to raise money from investors, including a well-known venture capitalist in the field. Capitalists and billionaires are raising the stakes as the retail sector slowly loses faith in this market and stops doing business there. JP Morgan is in charge of assets worth $3 trillion, which could affect the price of silver. Goldman Sachs has a trading desk for crypto worth $2 trillion, and Charles Schwab runs a loyalty fund worth $1 trillion. Some of the biggest companies in the world are owned by these companies, including BlackRock $10 trillion, which is arguably the biggest, and $4.5 trillion, which both have cryptocurrency trading desks. You may have seen visual representations of all the Bitcoin infrastructure they support, like BlackRock's Coinbase integration for customers and institutions with Aladdin and Coinbase. If you have a family office or a financial advisor, they will continue to offer cryptocurrency for many years. It will work out.